good evening, or good morning, depending on where you're watching from. In this video, we're bringing you a clear and complete snapshot of the biggest U.S. stories of September 15th, 2025. From politics and the economy to technology, automobiles, health, culture, and sports. Here's everything you need to know, all in one place. Politics, rising tensions, high-stakes diplomacy. The focus is on Washington, D.C. President Trump said he's ready to declare a national emergency. He may federalize the area if local officials won't work with federal immigration enforcement. This intensifies the standoff between the White House and D.C. leaders. It might lead to a major legal and constitutional conflict. Meanwhile, overseas diplomacy made news with word of a framework agreement between the U.S. and China on TikTok. The deal, still in progress, could resolve months of pressure over the app's ownership and data security. If finalized, it would mark a major breakthrough ahead of expected talks between President Trump and China's President Xi. Economy and markets, cooling jobs, housing strain, and Fed anticipation. On the economic front, two major themes stand out. First, the U.S. is facing signs of softening in the job market, with long-term unemployment ticking higher. The ongoing housing affordability crisis could pressure consumer spending and growth, economists warn. Second, Wall Street has its eyes locked on the Federal Reserve. Markets are pricing in a possible interest rate cut later this week. That expectation has helped push major stock indexes higher, with the Nasdaq and S&P flirting with record levels. Investors think that easier monetary policy might offer short-term relief. However, broader economic risks still remain. Technology, product launches, and regulatory hurdles. Amazon confirmed its annual fall hardware event in New York City. Analysts expect new Echo devices, Fire TV upgrades, and possibly a refreshed Kindle lineup. This event often sets the tone for the holiday shopping season. On the other hand, regulatory news is clouding tech optimism. Chinese officials have raised new antitrust concerns about NVIDIA's past acquisitions. This could impact the global semiconductor and AI industries. NVIDIA is key to AI infrastructure, so investors and policymakers are watching closely. Automobiles, EV shakeups, and shifting strategies. In the auto world, production and strategy news is making headlines. Tesla reported stronger output from its German plant, highlighting its international expansion. Meanwhile, Ram has reportedly canceled an electric truck program, signaling a pullback in certain EV plans. These moves show how automakers are changing their strategies. They are balancing consumer demand, production costs, and the shift to electric vehicles. Health, economic pressures, and access to care. Health coverage today has focused less on breaking emergencies and more on systemic challenges. Long-term unemployment is linked to mental health issues and less access to care. Power grid issues in some areas are raising concerns about the reliability of key health facilities. These stories show the strong link between economic stability and public health. Culture, media narratives, and political violence debate. Intense media coverage is influencing cultural talks following the death of a famous commentator. The incident has started a national debate. It's about political violence, media responsibility, and the tone of public talk. Expect this to remain a hot-button issue in political and cultural conversations throughout the week. Sports, Scheffler's big win, and football frenzy. Sports fans had plenty to cheer about today. Scottie Scheffler won the Procore Championship in Arizona. This victory boosts his momentum as Ryder Cup selections near. NFL Week 2 games and college football took over sports talk. Injury updates and highlight plays sparked debates among fans across the country.